What's up, y'all? It's time. We're 1 day away from the NBA. Drafted in this video, we're going to be reacting to SROS's official 2024 NBA mock draft. Got a sip of coffee left, and I'm going to use it. Okay, we got 16 minutes. Let's find out more about these prospects. And let's see. Do the Timberwolves draft Tyler Kolek? And where does Bronny James go?
An absolute shooter, a bucket getter, a guy who can really shoot it from outside and in the bin.
Kentucky's Reed Sheppard has transformed from local high school hero from the best freshman in men's college basketball.
I'm just gonna let my word talk and let my word do the talking for me.
Take a look, Jacoby Walter from Dallas, Texas, top 15 ESPN.
With the first pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select
Alex Sarr. Official draft. Let's see it.
It is finally draft week. Yes, the 2024 NBA draft is a few days away. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my official full first round 2024 NBA mock draft. So you guys know, like every year,
Bronny's not probably going to go in the first round.
I will be live streaming on this channel for the whole first round of Wednesday night's draft. I even plan on going live Thursday for the second round to talk about the first round, any deals that went down, recap that, and then also maybe do a little bit of live streaming throughout the second round. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, have post notifications on, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into my official mock draft. So to start things off with the Atlanta Hawks, they have the #1 overall pick this year. They got very lucky in the 2024 draft lottery. Would this be the year that you want to have the #1 overall pick?
No, the draft stinks.
Maybe more than some other years, but they could still get a very good player at the top.
It's crazy because this guy I've seen in some mock drafts go like 10.
Remember, this is what I'm predicting what's going to happen, not what I would do. If I were the Atlanta Hawks, I would take Alex Sarr #1 overall.
I think Sarr is the best prospect from my little knowledge.
You know what? I do think it's going to be Zachary Risachet going #1 overall out of JL Berg, the forward that they hope could be a good floor spacer for them right away, be a plus 3-point shooter, and also be a nice off-ball defender for their lackluster defensive backcourt in Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. Like I said, I would go...
Okay, let's not hate on DeJounte Murray's defense, okay? I mean, he's got defense.
Well, Alex Sarr here, but he has yet to even work out with the Atlanta Hawks by the time I'm recording this video. The draft is in a few days away. They're about to invest millions and millions of dollars into this prospect, so I don't know if they're going to go with Alex Sarr. And mock drafts, outlets, analysts are all pointing in the same direction. Risachet #1. So with the second overall pick, Alex Sarr, my top guy in the 20.
I'm not gonna lie, if the Wizards get him at #2, he is, I mean, that you can't ask for much more #2 if the Wizards can find a way to get him.
24 draft falls into the Washington Wizards
I think
lap.
they need a guy like him.
This is going to be an easy
too.
one for me. Sarr #2 to Washington. They desperately need a big man right now, right?
And I mean, they traded Kristaps, they've traded Gafford, they've timed it well that if they want Sarr, if Sarr's their guy, they got
what, Marvin Bagley, Rashawn Holmes on their current roster. I think with Topic's injury, he's not really going to be in play anymore at #2. So you get a franchise caliber center, in my opinion, that goes right into the rebuild for the Washington Wizards. And he may not be great right away, but by the time that they are done with this rebuild, his timeline is going to be perfect.
It'll be interesting who wins Rookie of the Year, who's even favored to win Rookie of the Year next year. That's interesting.
So this is a no-brainer pick at #2 overall. And one of my favorite prospects in this draft is going #3 to the Houston Rockets, Reed Sheppard. It seems like the Rockets aren't going to be trading this pick in their...
I mean, the more I think about Reed Sheppard, he's a weird guy. Like, not a weird guy, but like a weird prospect. He's undersized, but he shoots the ball incredibly good.
We're going to make a selection here. Whoever pretty much gets drafted here is not going to have a ton of minutes in their rookie season unless they outwork and outcompete the rest of the guys on this team. Like, they could be competing for Tari Eason's minutes. They could be competing for Cam Whitmore's minutes next year.
The Rockets just have a lot of good young depth, so it's
you
tough.
Never really know, but I think Reed Sheppard is going to go here at #3. There's been rumors. They liked him in the workout, and he is the best shooter in this draft, in my opinion. He can play the 1, he can play the 2, and he'd be perfect for the Houston Rockets here at #3, who are trying to at least make the play-in tournament next year. They do have the talent to do so. So if the Rockets stay here at #3, I'm going with Reed Sheppard. And the San Antonio Spurs are on the clock here at #4, and I think this draft board has fallen fairly nice for them right now. And they're going to get Stephon Castle, the guard/wing hybrid out of UConn. San Antonio.
It's interesting though, because he wants to play point guard, right? And I mean, I guess I mean, they could play
desperately need some defenders on this roster, and they need some more guard play as well. They had one of the best defenders in the league last year in Victor Wembanyama,
and they were still horrible.
They had one of the worst overall defenses in the league. So I think there could be some questions going with a non-defender here at 4, like a Rob Dillingham, and they can go in the route of Stephon Castle, who wants to play point guard.
I'll be the one to say it. If Klingon falls to 5 or below, I think whoever gets him gets a steal. I think Klingon's going to be so good.
Even if he doesn't work out as a point guard, I think he could still be a very good wing in the NBA, and he could also be a good defender as well. So I'm going to lock in Stephon Castle, number 4 here to the San Antonio Spurs, one of their first lottery picks here. At number 5, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock here, and I believe they are going to go Matas Buzelis. Art Tellem is currently the chairman executive of the Detroit Pistons, and his son, Michael Tellem of Excel Sports Management, is Buzelis' agent, so there is a connection there, but they also could use a player like Matas Buzelis who can operate in the half court, play all.
I feel like the Pistons, they just got to get the best available. I mean, that's just the truth behind it.
To Cade Cunningham and be alongside Asor Thompson, because Buzelis could be a solid defender right away. He may be a solid shooter right away, but I think there's going to be a lot of growth to his game, and I think that's going to be the connection right there. It seems like all the mock drafts are pointing to the Buzelis direction. I wouldn't go that route if I were them. I would go for somebody a little bit more NBA ready, maybe trade down, test that market. We will have a trade down at number 6, but I just think that it's going to be Buzelis at number 5. So at number 6, I actually do have a trade down. I have the Memphis Grizzlies jumping up from 9 to 6, and the Charlotte Hornets trading down, picking up a protected first-round pick down the line to do so.
To be honest with you guys, I think Klingon fits Memphis really well. I genuinely do. I think he's going to be so good right away in the NBA.
And Memphis is trading up to number 6 to get the big man Donovan Clingan, who has fallen to this pick. When you think about it, though, if Clingan doesn't go number 1 to the Atlanta Hawks, you would assume if it's not Sarr at 1 either, Sarr's going to go above Clingan at number 2 to Washington. I don't think Houston is taking Clingan with Şengün on their roster. They traded for Steven Adams. They got Jabari Smith Jr. and Tari Eason as well. San Antonio really hasn't come out and said they love the fit with Clingan and Victor Wembanyama right now, and then Detroit also has Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and some other bigs on their roster.
I mean, I could see the Pistons taking him and just having him, in Duren. I don't know where Isaiah Stewart fits in then, but yeah, that's the thing. Big men, like, especially like Sarr and Klingan, like, if you don't need a center, you can't really
feel
draft
like the most logical solution could be a trade up for Memphis, and for the first time ever, I'm predicting a draft night trade. So the odds of this being correct aren't the highest, but hey, it does make sense for Memphis to pair up Donovan Clingan, just won 2 national championships and can be a good defender right away, and also get rebounds and help out Jaren Jackson Jr. in that front court, because they need some center play, and they do need someone that can compete and get out there and try to help them win a championship next year, because they're going to have those aspirations.
They're going to want to, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The Grizzlies, if Ja's healthy, Desmond Bane takes another leap, which he probably will. Jaren should get better. I mean, they're going to be good.
With Ja, Bane, Triple J all fully healthy on the floor next year. So at number 7, we do have the Portland Trailblazers. I'm sure they would have loved for Donovan Clingan to fall to them at number 7. They're going to be selecting Cody Williams, the younger brother.
The Blazers got to get rid of their old heads, man.
Of Jalen Williams with the 7th overall pick. I feel like at this selection, they can kind of go with a bunch of different options here, and they're going to go with the upside play in Cody Williams, who I do think could go number 4 to San Antonio. He could go number 5 to Detroit, but he's someone that should be a good defender right away with his length.
In the middle of the year, Cody Williams was projected to go 1st overall. So,
his size, he's definitely going to have to work on his feel for the game, being able to hold on to the ball, not turning it over, especially when he's attacking the rim, being more aggressive at the rim, but he could be a solid shooter, and I think it gives him a little bit more versatility and gives them some more options with not drafting a guard here or even somebody competing with Time Lord or DeAndre Ayton. And don't worry, we'll have them taking a big man at 14. And at number 8, I got San Antonio going T-John Salon. So they go somebody that has a win now mindset, just won a national championship at UConn and Stephon Castle at 4, and they're getting someone that could hopefully.
This is my thing with the Spurs, though. Everybody's like talking about Ty, or the Spurs organization wants to compete now. Why? Just go young. Just go young. You have all these picks. You have Wemby. You've got so much young talent. Just stay young. You're fine.
A stretch 4 next to Wemby down the line in T-John Salon, getting another French prospect, played last year for Cholet, and he's someone that can be able to space the floor, cut, slash a little bit, catch alley-oops, and could maybe hold his own on the defensive end of the floor with his strength and size going forward immediately. And with Charlotte trading down to number 9, picking up an additional first-round pick.
I don't like this for them, though. Like, I don't like this. The Hornets are not good right now. I feel like if you're going to take Dalton Connect, you want to win now.
They're going to be getting Dalton Connect here, the wing out of Tennessee. Connect was a really good shooter in his long college career at Northern Colorado, at Tennessee last year. The game is a little bit slower to him, right? Like, he definitely feels like he plays slower than some of his counterparts. But
I just think a team that wants to win now needs to draft him because he's going to be good. He might win Rookie of the Year.
he's still really athletic.
Good.
He can hit tough shots, and I think that's what Charlotte is going for in their new era. At number 10, this is where the fall of Nikola Topic is going to be. I believe he's going to be selected by the Utah Jazz here at 10. He does seem like an Danny Ainge type of prospect. 6'5", 6'6", super strong right now for a guard, and going to have that modern day size. He may miss half or the full part of the 2025 season, but
that's just tough. I mean, I've seen it so many times that injuries just ruin players' career. Not to say it's going to be Topic, but I mean,
that's kind of fine for Utah. I don't think they were going to draft an immediate contributor here with their lottery pick. They have a lot of big decisions to make. They want to have a full year evaluation with Keontae George, and even if Topic doesn't play till the 2026 season, that's more than fine for them. At number 11, I got Chicago selecting Devin Carter. Should they draft a guard? No. Do I want to see Devin Carter go to any other team but?
I feel like I feel like this. I mean, knowing what I know about Devin Carter, I mean, is he their Alex Caruso type replacement? I don't know.
Chicago, yes. But I do feel like the Bulls are going to lock in here for Devin Carter. If the Grizzlies do not trade up to get Donovan Clingan, I could definitely see them selecting Devin Carter at number 9. Even San Antonio could look at Devin Carter at number 8. But if he does fall to 11 to Chicago, I do believe that they're going to draft him in hopes that he replaces the Alex Caruso style of play.
Look at me, man. I'm
number 12,
it.
I got Ron Holland going to the OKC Thunder. Yeah, a little bit of a shocker pick here. I mean, they traded away Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso, and I don't know if they're going to be linked to Holland fully.
The thing for me with the Thunder is they don't even need a guy that's going to play now. They just got an Alex Caruso. They've got so many good guys. Like they could draft somebody that's a project. They
definitely see them taking, in their opinion, possibly best player available. I'm sure they love T-John Salon, or they'd love Devin Carter.
I mean, I know they're going to be in a win now mode, but you guys got to realize that Thunder are going to be good for a long time. Like they are. As long as they pay players, they're going to be good. Like, yes, they're going to go over, the aprons eventually, but they're going to be good for a while.
But with them off the board, I think they could look into Ron Holland. That definitely is a boomer bust style of play, but someone that is crazy athletic, it can be a good defender and fit that Thunder identity for a team that's trying to win a title next year.
I know.
And at number 13, I do have the Sacramento Kings taking the hometown kid of Sacramento, and they're going Jared McCain. Yes, they brought back Malik Monk, and I could see them going a wing or a big here for sure, but I think they're going to be connected.
The Kings are such a weird team.
To Jared McCain, and I do believe that there's a good chance he goes in the lottery, and this would be the perfect spot at Sacramento here. They could move on from Kevin Huerter this offseason for a much larger deal, so getting McCain could help offset that loss in shooting and could be a contributor right away for a team that's also...
I do think it's time for the Kings to move on from Kevin Huerter, and I like Kevin Huerter, but...
So trying to make the playoffs once again next year since they missed out on it last year. And to finish out the lottery, I do have the Portland Trailblazers go...
Edey in the lottery?
Big. They go with Cody Williams at number 7. Yeah, I got Zach Edey being a lottery pick. I don't know, but I feel like Zach Edey's going to be a lottery pick, and I don't really know where it's going to be, so I think...
That's nuts if you...
Look, it's going to be...
I hope Edey does go in the lottery, and honestly, I hope he gets a lot of minutes his rookie year just to see how he can compete in the league.
Right here at the end of it to the Portland Trailblazers. I could also see a team trading to get somebody at the end of the lottery, but yeah, I do believe that Zach Edey is going to be a Portland Trailblazer on draft night, and he's someone that can contribute right away. They went with a project higher upside play, but may take a couple years to develop in Cody Williams at 7, so they're not doubling up on that, and they're getting a NBA ready caliber big in Zach Edey, and now they can.
The more I think of Zach Edey, the more I think, why not? Why not? I mean, Yao Ming was a thing a decade ago. Why not?
Comfortable trading away Robert Williams this offseason.
I know,
and to start off the non-lottery section of this mock, at number 15, I have the Miami Heat selecting Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky. Yeah, a little bit of a slide for Rob Dillingham. He should not go out of the lottery. He's a top 10 player for me, but I feel like Clutch has been kind of weird with his workouts, right? He's only worked out for some certain teams, and he's someone that also...
I don't, and I know this, it's all a business, but I don't like when organizations or agencies like, oh, well, we don't want to go to this team. We don't want to go to this team. We don't want to go to this team. Like, to me, that's not how it should be, but it's how it is.
An ankle injury, missed the combine, and missed some of his workouts as well. So I do believe he could be in play for the Miami or the LA teams outside the lottery. Got him here going at number 15 to the Heat. For Philadelphia at 16 here, they're going to go someone that could help them right now, but that can also have really upside and could be a top 5 player in this class, and that's going to be Jacoby Walter.
The Philadelphia 76ers are such a weird team. Like, they genuinely are. If Embiid is healthy... there's no limit. The sky's the limit, but it's just
I think he could be a good defender right away. I think he has higher upside as a shot creator and a lead initiator over some other wings in this tier, like a Keyshawn George, a Tristan Da Silva, Johnny Furphy, and I think he can be a solid three-point shooter for Philadelphia next year, as they're looking to have some roster stability going forward.
They need somebody that can play. That roster right now is not great.
So I feel like every year it's turnover after turnover, and Walter can give you some insurance for the next 4+ years. I got the Lakers taking a big here at 17, and it is going to be Kel'el Ware out of Indiana.
Okay. I mean, the Lakers are another interesting team. Like, they have Jackson Hayes or had. I don't even know what their contract situation is like. Seawood.
I'm going to go Bronny here. I do think they will get Bronny with number 55 in the second round, and they're going to get the big man out of Indiana here. They can now play AD a little bit more at the power forward position. Ware can come in right away, use his athleticism.
It will be interesting under JJ Redick what they do with Anthony Davis.
To be a nice complimentary big to AD. And there are some awareness issues with him, motor issues. I think playing in a winning mindset with a new head coach in JJ Redick could be really good for him. At 18, the Orlando Magic, I'm sure they would love to get Jared McCain here. I doubt he falls to 18. So I'm going to have them go Bub, Carlton Carrington from Pittsburgh. Could play the 1, could play the 2. Great size, one of the younger players in this draft. Beautiful pull-up jumper. Could be a good...
The Magic need a guard that... I know somebody suggested that they're going to trade for one, but they just need a guard that can go get a bucket. They need somebody that can go get a bucket in Orlando.
Three-point shooter for them right away, but could also, I think, initiate this offense. It could maybe eventually be their franchise point guard. I don't know why he's falling, but he is in every single mock, it seems like. I got Isaiah Collier falling to number 19 here for the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors have some good guards.
Look, I don't know enough about Isaiah Collier. I don't. Supposedly he was at one time projected to go number 1 overall. So.
We see Emmanuel quickly, but I think you're just going best player available here, and why not get Isaiah Collier, who could be a good backup point guard for you, but I also believe he could play out there with Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel quickly under Darko Rajakovic's system, so you might as well go value play here. I think Raptors fans would be very happy with this if it ended up happening. At 20, Cleveland, I have them going wing here in Tristan Da Silva. I'm not the biggest fan of Karis LeVert. I think Da Silva right away.
Man, Karis LeVert is so overhyped. I look, I know he can go get you a bucket, but he's an inefficient scorer, and I don't love it. Tristan Da Silva can fit in anywhere.
It could be an upgrade over Dean Wade, and he can give you some more.
Dean Wade's a good defender, though. I'll say that.
With Max Strus already on that roster, and we'll see if they bring back Isaac Okoro. Da Silva can help them in the playoffs next year. He's going to be healthy. He's going to be available. He's someone that can do a little bit of everything, like I've mentioned before. Dribble, pass, defend, shoot. Not at an elite level, but good enough where it's a nice rotational piece in the playoffs. Really popular pick here for the New Orleans Pelicans at 21. It's going to be Yves Missi here out of Baylor. I think there are some question marks with him and Zion out there at the same time.
That's always going to be the questions, right? The Pelicans, the problem there is they don't have rim protection right now, but how many players out there can protect the rim and knock down threes? There's not many out there. Like, yes, Kristaps, but outside of that, look at the best rim protectors. A lot of them can't shoot the ball.
Because neither of them really can space the floor, but you're going to have such an athletic front court duo with Missi and Zion.
The Pels need better,
Missi has that Clint Capella player comp. He can catch alley-oops, he can rim run, he can set screens, and I think would be a solid play here with Valanciunas being a free agent. Phoenix needs a point guard, right? And with Carlton Carrington,
come on, man, don't steal him from the
just
Timberwolves,
getting directed by the Orlando Magic. We're gonna have them go with the next best point guard on the board, and that is going to be Tyler Kolek out of Marquette. He could slow down this offense. He can get KD to his spots, get Booker to his spots, get Beal involved as well, even run the pick and roll with Yusuf Nurkic, and he could play in the playoffs for you next year as Phoenix is trying to win a championship before Kevin Durant either leaves them or retires. I got Milwaukee.
I'm not going to lie. The Suns are a disaster. Kolek's probably, or a point guard is probably the right move.
Going big here at 23, and with Ware off the board, with Zach.
I wouldn't mind Filipowski falling to Minnesota either. I know the fit necessarily isn't great, but I wouldn't mind.
I think they can go Kyle Filipowski here out of Duke. They may even look to move Brook Lopez this offseason. If Filipowski can space the floor a little bit for them, and Giannis could help out with Filipowski's defensive deficiencies and can give them some stability at the 5 spot going forward. I feel like the odds of the Knicks keeping both 24 and 25 are very low, but at 24, I think they can go Keyshawn George out of Miami. Kind of reminds me of the Quentin Grimes pick a little bit. 3-and-D mold, may take a little bit of time to develop, even though Grimes was a little bit more NBA.
The Knicks are a team, like if you look at how deep they are, if everybody's healthy, I don't even know if they need a player that's going to be in the rotation right away. Like, I'd go young
ready than Keyshawn George is right now, but I think that's fine for the Knicks as they have a lot of guys that are currently getting minutes on this roster. Hopefully they bring back OG Anunoby, Isaiah Hartenstein, and George could be somebody that could eventually be a nice rotational piece on the back half of that rookie contract. And a very popular mock here at 25, Ryan Dunn to the New York Knicks. He's the best defender in this class.
Where's the guy out of Dayton? Has he not went yet? I don't think he's
one of the best interior defenders in this class, one of the better help defenders, one of the better perimeter defenders, and Tibbs would just love that at 25. Hopefully they could fix his shooting. At 26, Washington is getting another high upside big and one of the favorite bigs in this class for me, and that's Tyler Smith out of the G League Ignite. Great looking handle for somebody of his size, can rim protect a little bit and can space the floor. And I'm getting excited thinking about a Tyler Smith and Alex Sarr two-man big man lineups for them next year.
That's what I'm saying. The Wizards honestly lose on purpose again next year, but have fun doing it.
That could be fun. At 27, Minnesota does need some shooting off the bench. Let's go.
My brother wants this pick. Johnny Furphy. I know he's young. He probably wouldn't play too much.
Johnny Furphy here out of Kansas. Really good shooter. Could be some question marks defensively right away, but if he's out there with McDaniels, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, with Naz Reid, that's going to be fine to help him out, and he could be one of the better shooters for them off the bench. I got Deron Holmes to the Denver Nuggets here.
I was going to say, where's he going to go?
28, DeAndre Jordan should be in question next year. There were also some questions.
The Nuggets should get a backup pick. Like, they just should. Whether it's in free agency or the draft, the Nuggets need somebody that can just hold it down.
With Zeke Naji this past year. Let's get some more competition with Deron Holmes at 28. There's a rumor there was a promise made to Deron Holmes, so I'm going to bet it was Denver at 28. 29, we got Utah going Pacomi Dadiet. Yeah, Nikola Topic, Dadiet in this draft here for Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz. Like I said, they have a lot of guys that want to get minutes next year. Sexton, Clark, and the list can go on and on. Markin and obviously Kessler. And we can go Dadiet, who can go in the G League next year. Maybe again,
Utah just needs to keep going young. They're going to be so good eventually.
Following year, it could be a nice rotational piece for them. Back half of that rookie contract, since he's one of the more younger players in this draft. And to finish this out at number 30, I got Boston going Baylor Shireman.
I don't mind this pick for Boston. He's going to, if he does go to Boston, he's going to have to defend better.
Out of Creighton, can play make a little bit, but can also be a consistent shooter for them.
He's going to have to defend better.
And also can hold his own defensively on the older side, more NBA ready as Boston is trying to look to contend.
I don't mind this for Boston, but he's
going
to have to
a couple more years to hopefully start a dynasty for them. So yeah, that is going to be it for me. Hope you guys did enjoy my official.
That was a good mock draft. I mean, overall, it's pretty good. The guy out of Dayton, I'd be surprised if he's there at 28 for Denver. But
first round mock draft for the 2024 NBA draft. If you did enjoy it,
if you get Klingen at what, 8 or 9 or 7, whatever, 6, whatever he went in this mock draft, I mean, you're getting a dog at that late in the draft. I think Klingen might be the best player in the draft. I do.
Appreciate it if you dropped a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you guys think about any of these picks, specifically for your favorite team. Please let me know down below. And like I said, make sure
for the Wolves, it is what it is. He's just young. That's the thing. He's just so young.
Subscribe to the channel and make sure post notifications are on for the draft live stream Wednesday night. And I'll catch y'all there.
Shouts to SROS, man. Make sure to go show him love. His link down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. As always, man. I love you guys. Have a blessed day.